There is a big difference between sadness and distress. Feeling a bit sad or angry is normal in your day-to-day life and can be triggered by a range of different things. However, if you are feeling increasingly angry, frustrated, helpless, or confused, then you may be suffering from something which requires a professional to step in.
Songbirds do indeed have perfect pitch. A scientific study has shown that various songbirds, including zebra finches and white-throated sparrows, are much better at determining, distinguishing, and remembering isolated pitches than human beings or rats. Even when human subjects were provided with a second sound for comparison, they were far less skilled at determining its pitch than songbirds.
Early experiences with music play a role in human beings. Most babies have perfect pitch, and this is usually preserved if they are given music lessons at an early age. Speaking a tonal language such as Mandarin, where words can have different meanings depending on tone and pitch, also help to develop perfect pitch.
These days, it seems, near-death experiences are a common phenomenon. The research team named above, which studied hundreds of cases to narrow down the medical definition, discovered that around 15% of people who have been resuscitated from a coma after cardiac arrest have had these experiences.
The researchers concluded that millions of people around the world may have inhabited a gray zone between living and dying, in which they have had an out-of-body experience. People often wake up profoundly changed, no longer fearing death and resolved to live a better life.
Cats are popular pets around the world. They are known for their playful nature, soft fur, and independent personalities. Many people enjoy having cats as companions, as they can provide comfort and entertainment. However, it is important to take care of cats properly by providing them with food, water, and regular veterinary checkups. Like the science of wounds, the reason for wounds is fascinating. They are a form of auditory imagery where we perceive tone in the brain in the absence of actually hearing it. The auditory cortex is located in the temporal lobe of the brain, says Samata Sharma, MD, Director of Addiction Consult Psychiatry at Brigham and Women's Hospital, Boston, who has published research on this topic.
The natural world is an incredible place. There are soaring mountains and rolling sand dunes, spectacular beaches and shimmering lakes, steaming geysers and bubbling volcanoes, and so much more. Although it's all truly dazzling, there are a few destinations and sites around the world that stand out from the rest, and the most significant of all are the 7 natural wonders of the world.
You may have heard that puzzles and other brain games sharpen your mind, boosting memory, attention span, thinking speed, creativity, and problem-solving skills, and that may or may not be true. Scientists can't agree, but we do know that they're loads of fun and a great way to stay engaged and entertained.
How can you be prepared for what's ahead in life? Good or bad? Building emotional strength can help you learn how to be confident in handling its twists and turns. But emotional strength doesn't mean pushing aside or suppressing negative feelings or emotions. Instead, it means acknowledging them and finding healthy ways to process and respond to them.
Scientists have made a significant finding regarding the connection between the sun's magnetic field and its sunspot cycle. This discovery allows for the prediction of the timing of the peak in solar activity. Their research suggests that solar cycle 25, which is currently ongoing, is approaching its maximum intensity and is expected to happen within a year.
The second plague pandemic of the mid-14th century, also known as the Black Death, killed 30–60% of the European population and profoundly changed the course of European history. New research suggests that this plague, potentially through resulting changes in diet and hygiene, may also be associated with a shift in the composition of the human oral microbiome toward one that contributes to chronic diseases in modern-day humans. Domesticated rabbits come in all sizes and colors, including tiny Netherland dwarfs, floppy-eared French lops, Flemish giants, and fluffy Angoras. These breeds belong to Europe's only rabbit species, originally limited to the Iberian Peninsula and southern France and used for meat and fur since the last ice age, culminating in domestication about 1500 years ago. Long considered myth, freakishly large rogue waves are very real and can split apart ships and even damage oil rigs. Using 700 years worth of wave data from more than a billion waves, scientists at the University of Copenhagen and University of Victoria have used artificial intelligence to find a formula for how to predict the occurrence of these maritime monsters. Scientists at the Center of Excellence in Space Sciences, India, located at IISER Kolkata, have made a significant finding regarding the connection between the Sun's magnetic field and its sunspot cycle. This discovery allows for the prediction of the timing of the peak in solar activity. The research suggests that solar cycle 25 is approaching its maximum intensity and is expected to happen within a year. Scientists have recently rediscovered and managed to cultivate amoeba marina, a rare marine amoeba that has been documented in only 2 instances over the past 100 years. By studying this cultured strain, they conducted a thorough examination of its genetic sequence, unveiling the amoeba's phylogenetic position for the first time. Quantum physicists show that imperfect timekeeping places a fundamental limit to quantum computers and their applications. The team claims that even tiny timing errors add up to place a significant impact on any large-scale algorithm, posing another problem that must eventually be solved if quantum computers are to fulfill the lofty aspirations that society has for them.
While life on Earth is relatively new, geologically speaking, the ingredients that combine to form it might be much older than once thought. The simplest amino acid, carbamic acid, could have formed alongside stars or planets within interstellar acids. The findings could be used to train deep space instruments like the James Webb Space Telescope to search for probiotic molecules in distant star-forming regions of the universe.
Chemists have developed a Bohr-inspired supramolecular approach to convert photo-switchable molecules from their stable state into metastable one with low-energy red light. Their work enables fast, highly selective, and efficient switching, providing new tools for energy storage, activation of drugs with light, and sensing applications. Many mental health problems emerge during adolescence. Among these are disorders such as depression and anxiety, which manifest as internalizing symptoms, including low mood and worrying. Other conditions such as attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADD, manifest as externalizing symptoms, such as impulsive behavior.
The concept that a placebo treatment can mimic genuine treatment effects is well established in science. While researchers have closely monitored this phenomenon, it has been typically catalogued separately from the in-depth analyses of the actual treatment outcomes. What sets our study apart is that we have brought together these two datasets, subjective beliefs and objective treatment measures.
People love celebrating Christmas for plenty of reasons. But one of the best things about the holiday is getting together with loved ones to do fun Christmas activities. Telling the newest Christmas jokes, sharing funny Christmas memes, and even solving clever Christmas riddles bring out the holiday humor. You're busting a gut before you know it.
Income inequality is a significant social issue that affects communities worldwide. The gap between the rich and the poor continues to widen, leading to social unrest and economic instability. To address this issue, governments can implement policies that promote equitable distribution of resources and opportunities.
Intermittent fasting is a popular dietary trend that involves alternating periods of fasting and eating. Proponents claim that it can lead to weight loss, improved insulin sensitivity, and other health benefits. However, there are also potential risks such as nutrient deficiencies and eating disorders. It is important to consult with a healthcare professional before starting any fasting regimen.
The social value of offsets sold is an economic framework that will help policymakers calculate how much carbon should be stored in temporary assets to make it equivalent to a permanent quota emission. Using the SWO metric, the researchers estimate that an offset sequestering 1 ton of carbon for 50 years is equivalent to between 0.3 to 0.5 tons permanently locked away.
The study across 3 countries led by the Department of Psychology's Dr. Paul Hamill discovered people who prioritized achievement over enjoyment were less happy on the next day, whereas those who aimed for freedom said they had a 13% increase in well-being, recording better sleep quality and life satisfaction.
Relatives of starfish, brittle stars spend most of their time hiding under rocks and crevices in the ocean or burrowing in the sand. These slime-ring creatures have no brain to speak of, just nerve cords running down each of their 5 wiggly arms, which join to form a nerve ring near their mouth.
Melting of glaciers, rising sea levels, extreme heat waves. The consequences of climate change are more visible than ever, and the scientific community has confirmed that humans are responsible. Yet studies show that a third of the population still doubts or disputes these facts. The cause is disinformation spread by certain vested interests.
At his great age, putting a date on finds is very challenging, and we use luminescence dating to do this. These new dating methods have far-reaching implications, allowing us to date much further back in time, to piece together sites that give us a glimpse into human evolution.
Now, Northwestern University chemists have developed a new catalyst that quickly, cleanly, and completely breaks down nylon 6 in a matter of minutes without generating harmful byproducts. Even better, the process does not require toxic solvents, expensive materials, or extreme conditions, making it practical for everyday applications.